A very good evening to you all, and now I'm going to take you on a science pilot trials nostalgia trip going back to 20 years in time to the year 2005. Here on the picture you see a dam, and to that dam road runoff is collected and treated. And the road runoff water comes from the most trafficked motorway in Sweden, that is the Essingeleden. And here, little left in the picture, you see Johanna, the master thesis worker 20 years ago. And she did an excellent job, as I will show you a little bit later on. Now, I'm showing you these pictures because they are going to take you through how to build a pilot plant in real life, not in a lab or anything, but actually out on a site. And this is the cement well that we started with, and the cement well was previously used to treat the road runoff after sedimentation in the pond. But we cleared this out, dried it out, and now have a free cement well where we can put our equipment for making up the pilot plant. Now we start in 2005 June. Mr. Olli Kärki, a very good friend and also the engineer behind the building, coming up with good ideas in order to have a very good pilot plant for Johanna to make her master thesis in. And now we're getting a bit underway. You see the first two columns has been placed on a tray here, also another tray for another two columns, and also you see the collection vessel for the treated, when we have filter materials in the column, the treated water that we're going to send off to the lab for analysis. Now it's taking shape more and more, and here you have two columns on each side, left side two columns, right side two columns. And here you can see the distribution system that are pumped in and is distributed to the two columns on each side. And also you can see Olli's hair a little bit here when he was working setting this up. Now the most part of the pilot plant is ready. And here you see four columns, the sampling vessels, and also we looked at one of the material, test filled it. But also you see here the sampling ports, and this pipe here we use to set the water level during filtration in the columns. Now, making a pilot plant like this, as you saw with the cement well, it's rather deep, about 2.60 meters deep. So in order to make it safe, we did some ladder work with a protection net when you go down in the well. And it might not seem much, 2.6 meters, but it's easy to fall. So we also secured a ladder. And these details, many times when you make pilot plants in real life, you forget the devil in the details. But we made this and it came out very well actually. Here is just a picture from when we started filling the materials that we're gonna test for filtering the road runoff. I believe this was a zeolite, and this is a material called polonite, and here we have activated carbon that we are going to test in a little pilot plant at Lilla Essingen. Here Johanna is just commencing the work and testing it out, and here you see the filter columns and the sampling vessels, of course. Now you see the finalized pilot plant. You see the protection net. This is important because people were walking past here, so nobody should take a step and fall 2 meters into our pilot plant. Not very good. But here you can see the turbidity meter, conductivity, pH meter. So now the pilot trials are in full advance, so to speak. Now Johanna did some excellent work, and in the beginning of 2006 she presented her master thesis, and I've just taken some screen dumps from her presentation that she did in 2006. And here on the right side you can see a side view of the Essingeleden and also local road to one of the islands in Stockholm. And down here, number 3, you see the sedimentation pond and also the inlet to a number of wells. And here, as you see, Johanna has shown number 6. This is where we built our pilot plant, in one of these cement wells that were in the original road runoff treatment plant. And this is also a figure I took from Johanna's master thesis, her report. And you see the pumping station, that's from the pond, and how it's distributed to the 4 different columns, the sampling, and so forth and so on. So a principle of the pilot plant we made. So I made this, actually, it's Saturday today, and I was actually having a cup of coffee. And I was looking at some other projects and came across this. And I thought it was, how should I say, time flies. And this was almost 20 years ago, but when you're going through pictures, you do remember it. And so I thought it was a nice idea to show it to you. So with that, I hope you have a good Saturday, or whenever you're watching the video, if you're watching it. And I say, until the next video, take good care. See you soon. Bye bye.